loved the picture that I picked out for her because when I met her, she was talking all about horse collagen. I was like, there is such a thing. So I'm learning so many new things. You're going to get to learn from her too. You're going to get to learn from today our brand new presidential master coordinator. And friends, I want you to hear this. She rose to the very top rank, presidential master coordinator, in her first month in business. Like, y'all, I know I'm gonna embarrass her for a moment. She probably is gonna do this, but here's the thing. This is a big achievement. I want you to, and she's, by the way, extremely humble and kind and generous. If you will join me, please, in congratulating in the chat Dr. Samantha Saget Hauser on her promotion to Senior Master Coordinator. And friends, I'm so excited for you to learn from her. Dr. Sam, as we call her, is a retired doctor, a doctor of chiropractic who built a $100 million plus wellness empire. She led one of the biggest sales teams in Modere, and now she's making waves at Shackley for promoting to presidential master coordinator in record time. And tonight, I'm so excited for you to learn from her. You're going to learn from her not only the science, but the selling points of Modere's hero products. Who's excited to hear from her? If that's you, just say, that's me in the chat. And with no further ado, I'm going to bring front and center to the top of the stage, Dr. Sam, new presidential master coordinator. Hi, friend.
Hi, you guys are so awesome. Oh my goodness, Sarah, thank you. I did not expect that rollout red carpet, but congratulations to all 400 guys. This opportunity, this team, this company, Roger. I mean, does it get better than this? I've been in the industry for so long and it doesn't. I mean, I've done 3 different companies and I've been in the industry since I was 23. And can we just put in the chat how blessed we are? Like, put the word blessed. Like, let's just, walking into June, we are so abundant. We are so blessed. We are so fortunate. And I just want to say for all of you on here that are a part of my team, that whether you came from Modere with me or, you saw an opportunity to work with me, the Presidential Master is not my title and it's yours. It's all of ours. Like, this is a team situation. We build the people, people build the team. And thank you guys so much for just trusting me, for believing in me, for believing in Shackley. And guess what? We're just getting started, all of us together. If I haven't met you yet, I can't wait to hug everyone's neck in Chicago. I've actually never even met Sarah in real life. Emily and I had a walk and talk a couple weeks ago, but I just feel like we're already sisters, and this is just going to be an opportunity for growth for all of us. So today I have the honor of being a nerd with each one of you, and I'm going to share my screen. I have some nerdy visuals. They're not beautifully branded. They're just something that I want you guys to learn and soak in. And just being a student and being a teacher and being a mentor, I really want you guys to have your notes out, because at the end of the day, when you write things down and you read it, and then you go back to like the high school days of like highlighting it and circling it and underlining it, you are going to be able to talk the talk and walk the walk. And I'm gonna dumb it down. I'm gonna do like, the 101 for dummies kind of thing, just because I want you guys to understand the basics behind these products. Because when you know the inside and outs, you're really going to be able to speak on it and train on it. And at the end of the day, that's how you sell it, guys, when it becomes part of who you are. So I'm gonna move a couple things around here really quick. I'm gonna put us in slide mode. And I'm going to get a thumbs up from Sarah that she can see my big screen because my computer's been a little slow. Perfect. Okay, so let me also bring the chat up because I like to communicate with you guys. So I'm going to ask you some questions because I'll remember things. Now, who in the chat is taking collagen right now? Say yes if you're taking collagen, whether it's Shackley's or something else. Okay, and now I want you guys to tell me, are you taking a powder, a pill, a liquid? All right, cool. So we got to have some collagen users. So the first thing that each one of you need to know, whether you still sell, a ton of collagen 9 or the glow up or our BioCell, which we're going to really get into tonight. I want you guys to know that no collagen is bad for you, but not all collagens are created equal. And this is really important because you guys are going to start getting drilled now, because you now have the number one collagen in the world at your fingertips that are literally going to change and impact lives, especially the ones that were on the collagen 9 or any powder with you already. So, collagen 101. Collagen is the most abundant protein. Write this down, abundant protein in the body. What does that mean? That means we are born with so much collagen, guys. Collagen is a natural molecule. It's something we're born with. Vitamin C and vitamin D, we're not born with any of those things, okay? So we're born with collagen. It's natural. It is the building block of muscles, bones, connective tissue, skin, skin elasticity, right? The tightening and the shortening of our beautiful, non wrinkly faces, right? And our bodies. It is the building block of hair follicles. That is an important thing to note. Not hair, the actual follicles that grow out of your head, because you can't grow anything once your hair is out because it's already dead, it has to grow from internally. But here's a couple other fun facts you guys don't know. Collagen is the building block of eye health, of cardiovascular health, of digestive health. So when you have someone who has gut issues or digestive issues or maybe had COVID or autoimmune, the number one thing they actually need besides a really great probiotic is collagen. Okay? For people to recover faster, to get stronger, collagen. For people to prevent injuries and repair wounds faster. So did you know that collagen is a huge wound healer component? Huge. And a fun fact about collagen is you have the same molecular makeup in only four mammals, four animals, which are humans, dogs, cats, and dun 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 dun, horses, like behind my head, like Sarah introduced me as. I'm an equestrian. Those are the four animals that have the same makeup as collagen. So let's talk about what happens to collagen as we age. And you know what? I'm going to talk about even women that are trying to get pregnant, women that are pregnant, women that are breastfeeding, menopausal. And so what happens is when we're born in this chart with a ton of collagen as babies, when babies are super mushy and supple, and if they fall when they start to learn how to walk, nothing ends up happening to them, right? They get back up and you're like, how? How did they not break anything? Because they have so much collagen. That's the constant building blocks of everything going on in their bodies. But as we get to around 20 years old as humans, we stop making collagen. And what happens is year after year after year, we start to lose it. And this is where the aches and pains come from. This is where the hair loss comes from. This is where the wrinkles come from. This is where the digestive issues come from. This is where the injuries and the lack of recovery comes from. This is where we start to feel older. This is why your moms always say, at least my mom did, oh, Sam, you're getting close to 30. Are you using eye cream yet? Are you using vitamin C yet? Because it's supposed to help with your collagen supplementation. However, even though our company has unbelievable, and by the way, shout out to Rodan and Fields girlies out there, because I am like a skincare nut, and I'm not gonna lie, I never bent in and I never ordered Rodan and Fields, and I have every single youth line, and guys, my skin has, like, I don't know how it's better than even just on collagen, but it is so good because it's the right now effect of the dermal layers, and then when you apply a collagen that can actually recreate new cellular rejuvenation, these two things, the inside out, outside in effect, are unbelievable. And I know we used to say that with the powder collagen, but you guys are going to love what I have for you at the end of this call tonight, because we are going to get every single person on the powder that you've ever put on to transfer to the liquid. But also, we're going to get you to do a case study with all your followers, which is going to be a really simple way to get them through the door. But back to this chart really quick. There's something I want you guys to understand about collagen and hyaluronic acid for a second. So what most people don't realize is when they're looking at a formula of collagen, for collagen to really stabilize and to actually stimulate in growth, you have to have a hyaluronic acid molecule with it. So the more HA, the more collagen, the more collagen, the more HA. And that's what our formula does that you're going to see in a couple of minutes. So I just want you to bear with me here. So what if we could actually slow down the aging process, reverse the aging process. That's what this collagen is going to do. But I'm going to answer some things. I don't know why my video keeps freezing, so I apologize. So just look at the slides, not at me. I want to answer some things that are going to come across your desk because now you guys are going to become collagen professionals, okay? You're going to become Dr. Sam. And a lot of people go, well, doc, if this is, a protein and this is the most abundant protein source, I'm getting it in all the animal sources that I'm eating. I'm getting it in my bone broth. Now, they're not incorrect. You're getting some kind of collagen from any animal source. But the problem is the collagen absorbing? Is the collagen then stimulating and creating new collagen and actually working like a collagen molecule should? And it's not. Food sources are too big, and we're going to go through what the molecular size of a legit collagen molecule needs to be to actually absorb, guys. And I hate to break it to you, yeah, the vital proteins that has been lying to you from Jennifer Aniston, that's been paid $5 million to say she's taking it, she's not. She's actually on something else, winky wink. Vital Proteins was acquired by Nestle 7 years ago. Nestle, the chocolate factory, right? The chocolate company. And you just have to think about the mass production of what's going into some of these products, right? Also, anyone who comes to you and tells you they're on vegan collagen, no, they're not. They're on a vitamin C and a pea protein. I had a really funny story. Sarah and Emily might know this person, so I won't say him out loud. But the top plastic surgeon of Beverly Hills and I now work closely together because we got on a phone call and he told me he had the best collagen supplement for pre-op and post-op. So you guys know, our liquid biocell is literally fueling plastic surgery centers, orthopedics, stem cell centers. Why? Because it's so high end that they're using it for pre-op and post-op recovery to just fill in the bloodstream to get the cellular rejuvenation ready to go after surgery, right? The elasticity of the skin, the wound healing, the skin cells. And he was showing me his collagen. And I'm like, hey, doc, tell me where the collagen is in your ingredients. He's like, vitamin C, pea protein. He goes, wait, where's the collagen? So even though products can say collagen on the front, it doesn't mean they're actually collagen. So help people read the labels, right? This is why I'm educating you guys about the source of collagen, the size that we're going to go over right now, and also what ingredients go with it to stabilize the collagen and actually stimulate new collagen cells. So what about all the powders and the pills? I had a really great friend post about our collagen the other day, and she had a little nasty follower come into her inbox and say, hey girl, if you just mix water with the powder collagen, you've liquid collagen. And I said, oh, I wish it was that easy and I wish it was that inexpensive to do. But there has to be an emulsification process and a biooptimization process, big words for shrinking the molecule cell for a real collagen cell to actually go through the blood-brain barrier. Okay, so our liquid actually goes through our sublingual gland, which is the gland underneath your tongue, goes and actually absorbs as you start to drink it. So before it even gets to the stomach, it's already absorbed. Why? Because when you have too fat of a molecule, like a pill or a powder in collagen, the size and the source we're about to get to, your body goes, whoa, 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 whoa. That is too big for me to absorb. I've got to break it down with my stomach acid. But what happens with stomach acid, guys, it actually breaks it down so much that you're probably getting 10 to 15% absorption. So I'm not going to say our collagen 9 wasn't absorbing. It's a great product. I was taking it while I was waiting for the liquid biocell to come back. But what if we could have an even more superior product, right? That's 98%, 10 times more effective because it's more absorbable. And so before I go to the next page, I want to make this very easy for you to understand and something you can use on Instagram or on your stories when you're doing a live. I want you to pretend, you can see me in the video, that I have a chained fence in front of me, right? Like kind of like those fences at the baseball fields. There's all these chain fences. That chain fence, by the way, is your blood-brain barrier, what absorbs into your bloodstream to go into your cells, to actually work in your body. And so we have this chain fence, and you're throwing a baseball against the chain fence. And you're like, ooh, the baseball won't fit through the chain fence, but a part of the baseball, right? A little piece of the baseball kind of fits through one of the little cubicles there. But it can't go through the fence because it's too fat, it's too big. So when you read a bottle that says grams of collagen, or is a pill or a powder, it's the baseball, guys. So I'm not saying it's not having some kind of absorption, just like some of the food we eat or the things we take, but you're not getting the full effect. Now let's imagine we have these rain droplets going through the chain fence. All these rain droplets can fit through, right? You're spraying a hose on the train fence and it's going through. That's what our liquid biocell is doing. And I see some people in the chat asking about the powder. Listen, if you want to really be badass, do both the powder and the liquid together and you will have a mecha situation. I'm not saying the powder is bad or wrong. I'm just educating you guys on something that, Roger is great with evolution. And he's like, if he can bring the next evolved best thing out here, he's going to. Then now you have your hands on a top clinical line of collagen, which is our biocell. And by the way, biocell stands for bioidentical cell. It is the exact mirror image of your human body collagen cells. A biological cell. That's what it means. And I will get to that slide in a second so you can take a pretty picture and memorize all the talking tracks. For now, stay with me. And I want you guys to understand sources. And again, Sarah brought me on because she knows I'm like the expert in collagen. Don't feel like you have to know everything. I just want you guys to really start to learn because we're part of a company that is more clinical, is cleaner, is the future of evolution of well care, of ageless. And you guys knowing what you're putting in your bodies, you have a lot of people following you right now, putting the wrong things in, and they don't even know why. So when you can educate, what happens is you will sell, right? Curiosity creates conversation, and conversation creates conversion rates. So bovine and porcine. So we have cow and pig. That's what this means. Hear me out. You're going to get some collagen from this source, okay? Just like our collagen is from this. You are. But what's important to know, not ours in Shackley, but 98% of bovine sources out there are made from the hooves, the hides, the snouts. And I'm sharing this with you guys because it's kind of like telling your child after they go to a great baseball game and a great baseball tournament that you're going to go get them a McDonald's hamburger versus grilling a burger on your grill or taking them to get a piece of steak, right? You're giving them not the best fuel for their body. Think about it. If your body is consuming ground up hooves and hide, which is the skin and the fur, all these things that actually have collagen in it, ooh, don't you kind of be like, ooh, what am I eating? It's all the leftover pieces that our industry can't feed us, right? So they're grounding it up into some kind of collagen. Now, marine collagen is the fish scales. That's what mostly marine collagen comes from. Is the fish scales ground up. Again, not a bioidentical source and not something your body's gonna be like, ooh, I want this. And lastly, the chicken is the only single source type 2 collagen, it's going to make sense in the next slide, that is actually bioidentical to human collagen molecules. This has been tested in hundreds of studies, 20-year history, published in PubMed articles. Chicken cartilage, so right above the sternum in this sweet little area above the chicken sternum is this cartilage spot where there is a single source matrix. So what do I mean when I say single source? Single source means it's not the hide and the hooves and the ears all ground up and all these different bits and pieces from different collagen sources put together to make a formula. It is one area of a chicken that extracts the cellular matrix, and it comes with 3 fancy ingredients. But it's not a formula. It's a single source magical area that's identical to human body collagen. This is why it's so powerful. It is a type 2 collagen. It is a hyaluronic acid. And is it a chondroitin sulfate? So when you pick up the bottles, and I have one right here, so I'll just show you guys my video if you can see it, and on the next slide it'll be bigger. It says collagen HA matrix. A matrix, guys, is a single source helix of 3 ingredients. And so write this down. Just hear me out with simple terms. Hyaluronic acid, a lot of people know, oh, I apply it to my skin and it makes me glowy and beautiful, or I inject it because it's natural wrinkle filler, right? It fills in your fine line. If you inject it and maybe you consume it, in our product, hyaluronic acid doesn't just help with the natural wrinkle filler, it supports the collagen molecules to actually stimulate new growth. But I also want you to see the boldness here that I have. Adds lubrication and mobility. Hyaluronic acid adds this flexibility to the body, guys. Ooh, we inject it in our joints. We inject it in our wrinkles. And if we drink it, it adds this oil, this lubrication back in for movement, flexibility, joint promotion, lubrication for your stomachs, right? Digestive issues, people maybe with ulcer problems or can't go to the bathroom as well. As a physician, I can say this. It helps with things like IBS. It helps with things with inflammatory, issues going on in digestive tracts. It's also going to add the natural glow and moisture to your scalp, to your skin, to the rest of your body. And then chondroitin sulfate is an anti-inflammatory. You're going to want to memorize this. It is such a beautiful molecule. And here's my talking track for you. What if, Sarah, I could give you something that pulls your inflammation out? Oh, so you're not hurting in the morning anymore. You recover faster in the gym. You don't have those aches and pains because that's what chondroitin does. And then I can add this hyaluronic acid back in with movement and flexibility. Woo! Lubrication. And then I can give you a collagen that is actually the building block of everything else in your body for cellular rejuvenation. Literally changes the way you age. It is the only bioidentical super nutraceutical. I'm giving you talking tracks here. These are big words that people love in the world. We are number one, 98% absorbable. And I want you guys to look at bullet number 2. Our clinicals show just after loading the dose. So loading the dose means 1 tablespoon in the morning, 1 tablespoon at night. That's a clinical loading dose. Once people get results, they can go to maintenance, 1 dose a day. For all you BioCell OGers on here, put it in the chat. I'm still on 2 to 4 doses a day because I can't get enough. But if you look at bullet point number 2, after just 28 days, our clinicals prove hyaluronic acid production increases by 6,000%. Y'all, people's before and after pictures, people's results of how they feel is gonna go crazy bananas in 28 days. And so here's the next fun fact. When you increase hyaluronic acid, remember that chart in the beginning of this call, you automatically stimulate new collagen production. So here's a great way to compare apples to oranges for a second out there. We never want to bash other collagens, ever. Not even the one that we were just taking. If you're coming from a different company, if you feel like you're on a powder for a while, we're never going to bash anything. Nothing is bad, but is it working to the next level? And so we're the only collagen out there that actually stimulates new collagen production. Other collagens give you collagen, fill in the gaps of collagen, but y'all, we are actually giving you new stimulation. And so check out some of these pictures. And I know we have great before and after pictures already. And these are some personal people that I have mentored, some of my patients. And so I know you guys want to probably share these loud and proud, and feel free because they're already on here. But here's my heart to yours. You guys have to get the product literally right now. It needs to be on loyalty. Order it right now. And I'm going to go over a couple other products in a second, and document Invite people to do a mini case study with you. We are 100% satisfaction guaranteed, right? They're going to take before and after pictures with you. You want their feedback. I'm going to give you some talking tracks at the end of this you can take pictures of to invite people, but y'all got to document your results. Middle picture is someone, his wife works at the plastic surgery center of the Beverly Hills doctor. And you can see he literally looks like day and night. This is just a 2-week transformation of bringing life back into his cells, right? I mean, these are some COVID patients I've had that have lost their hair post COVID and they're coming back just from the collagen, and that is it. More hair pictures, whether it's postpartum, and that's something I forgot to hit on. So, a little bit of research and facts, and I'm trying to get pregnant right now, so if everyone can send prayers, I would love it. But with pregnancy, getting pregnant, being pregnant, breastfeeding, we give about 70% of our collagen to the fetus, to the baby. This is where stretch marks, hair loss, postpartum hair loss, digestive issues, dryness of skin. This is where that comes from because we're giving up more of our collagen, right? For all you females on here, when we get to the perimenopausal stage or menopausal stage, and sad fact is women lose collagen twice as fast as males. It's because of our hormones. It's because we're probably having babies. It's because of all that stuff. This is where we get super dried out as we get older, right? So what if you could help that mommy put in that collagen source that's safe, effective, clean? She's going to be healthier. The baby's going to be healthier. I recommend Pure or Life. You guys can see a couple different ones. Maybe I should go back and just tell you a little bit of the differences of this. I forgot to put that in my slide deck. And I'll send Sarah a graphic to explain a couple of them too, so she can send it out to the team. So BioCell Life, this is not on my slides, so just hear me. BioCell Life is the same formula. By the way, all of them are the same formulas. You cannot go wrong. They have the chondroitin sulfate, the hyaluronic acid, and the type 2 collagen. You cannot go wrong. But what happens when you have a marketing company, right? People prefer flavors. People prefer a little bit of extra benefits. And so you got to be smart. You got to evolve. So we started with BioCell Pure. And BioCell Pure literally tastes pure. I have it in my video right now. It's 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar. This is really great for someone who hates flavors, someone who's really not particular with needing a fruity taste, someone who's keto, diabetic friendly, really strict with their ingredients, doesn't want any carbs or sugar. You know who these people are, whether they're really particular with ingredients or their calorie count. Me, like this is great, but I'd rather something fruity. I'd rather something that tastes super yummy so I can chug it down, right? That's who I am. And so Pure, we created into BioCell Life. And so BioCell Life has resveratrol in it. Put in the chat if you're a Vivix user. The reason why I said yes to Shackley is because I am obsessed with Vivix. I was like, y'all, Vivix plus BioCell Life, oh, we are literally never gonna age. And so resveratrol is an anti-inflammatory because it's a huge antioxidant. It's something that actually takes the inflammatory response out of the body. So BioCell Life as a chiropractor supports more, even more beneficial for joint health and more beneficial for cardiovascular health, even though all the collagens do that in my training, right? But BioCell Life has a little bit of, has an extra resveratrol in it. That plus Vivix, I don't know. I bet you Roger will make some kind of baby out of that eventually. We were talking about it earlier. Vivix, BioCell Life, we're going to make babies in the future. It's going to be great with the new product. And now BioCell Beauty, Sarah and Emily and I are like, how many med spas can we get on in the Southern California area, right? We have so many offices on board with this. And BioCell Beauty really hits the estheticians, right? Really hits the med spas. It has extra biotin and vitamin E in it. And again, guys, it's a marketing technique. Collagen's going to do great in all these products, but then you have a little extra for skin glow and health, hydration, hair, and it's pink. So it just goes well with the med spa world, the beauty world. And then immune is something I absolutely love as well because it is extra zinc and elderberry. And we came out with this during COVID because we wanted to really help people boost their immunity even more. And so I do want you guys to know you can buy all 4 bottles. And you can drink a Pure in the morning and a Life at night and a Beauty the next day and the Immune the next day. Or you can take Immune for one season and Life another. I suggest you try all of them because guess what? Your clients are going to be like, what tastes better? What do you like? What works for you? And also document. So now I am going to jump to trim. And I'm going to turn my fan on because I'm getting excited here. So I'm a little hot. Okay, here we go. So trim is such a popular product. Actually, our #1 product in Modere was trim because it is a fat burning collagen. A fat burning collagen. Patented, I forgot to tell you, BioCell's patent 7 different times, internationally and nationally. Trim is also patented, clinically proven. There are clinicals out there to prove that our CLA, and CLA is what makes trim different than BioCell. So CLA is a plant-derived conjugated linoleic acid, big term for fat burning acid, a natural fat burning acid. So let me give this very easy and clear on how exciting this stuff is. When you, by the way, trim is like a thicker version if you guys drink the Vivix, it's like a little thicker than Vivix. It's kind of like a pudding-like structure in a way. Super delicious. Chocolate's my favorite. Up to you. I would try them all. But it tastes like a brownie batter in a way. It's such a great treat at night or in the morning. But why it's so effective is because CLA, a fat burning acid, it's clinically proven to shrink fat cells over time. So let's have a little science conversation about fat cells. Fat cells either get bigger or smaller, unless you get liposuction, right? They never go away. They're always there. And so that's how people gain weight and lose weight. The fat cells get bigger and smaller. And what trim does is the longer you take it, the more it begins to shrink the fat cells over time. But it gets better. The longer you take trim, it starts to build in your bloodstream, it starts to block fat absorption. So inhibit cellular fat storage. CLA in our trim begin to stop fat from our bloodstream to go back into fat cells. So it shrinks them and then it blocks the fat from going back in them. Sign me up, right? And there's a case study that over 6 months of not changing anything, but adding a CLA product, a clinical CLA product like trim, people are shown to lose 4 to 6% body fat. That is insane. Body fat. Now, as people start to lose weight, right? As they start to change body composition, what happens to their skin? What happens to their body? It starts to get saggy, right? Think about all the people on the GLP-1 shots right now that you might know. This is a great candidate for them because what trim does, it adds the lean muscle tone and improves muscle tone, but it also has our dose of collagen hyaluronic acid technology in it. And we go, I love the noise. We tone, tighten, smooth it all out because you have a dose of collagen. Now, the reason why you see 2 bottles on the screen in the bottom right-hand corner is I want you guys to know, all of us, everyone new starting this product, so any new customer you have, ourselves on this call, you need 2 doses of clinical collagen a day. You can get one from Trim and one from BioCell. Some of you probably be like, why can't I take 2 doses of trim? Because you can't. The CLA won't work any faster. So don't spend extra money on that. Just get 1 bottle of trim that lasts you a month and then get you a bottle of BioCell. And I call this my fancy duo pack. This is what I sell a lot of. If people want to tone, tighten, and shrink some fat cells, I always get them on the trim and I get them a bottle of BioCell. A dose of BioCell is in trim. This is my favorite. Yeah, Dr. Carol is on here with me. Like, by the way, shout out to Dr. Carol. Had over 20,000 in her customer pod last month. It was her first month here. So listen to what Dr. Carol says in the chat because she knows what she's doing. Here's a couple more pictures of people just on trim. You can see that their wrinkles in their hair and everything started to transform because there's collagen in it. It is so good. Guys, you now the opportunity that each one of you have if you did not come from O'Dare, like y'all just we hit the jackpot by finding Shackley, by the way. Like we are blessed because you guys pay better, the commission is up, we get paid on the dollar. Roger is just such a fantastic human being, but you guys just hit the jackpot. Like this is your moment. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines, it is time to get this party started because y'all have two incredible products that will be part of people's lives for the rest of their lives. So now we're going to jump to Curb. I am definitely a bigger nerd about collagen and trim, but I'm happy to go over Curb with you guys. I'm not going to be perfect on this. But what is the hype right now, right? Everybody wants these peptide injections. Everybody's talking about GLP-1, right? Ozempic, semaglutide, Mounjaro, all these different things that stop the conversation between brain and stomach. I want to stop eating. I want to stop craving bad things. But the problem is, and this is my heart to your heart as a holistic physician, these shots and these protocols are leaving people worse than we're finding them because we're not training how to take care of their bodies with protein, with gut health, with the gut flora, which is the natural bacteria that we need in our stomachs and our intestinal health to actually survive, to have immunity, to have energy, to have this gut brain access. And this is why we came out with Curb. Curb means curbing your appetite. Now, very important fact, this is not a GLP-1. This is a product that supports and promotes your body to naturally increase its own GLP-1 levels, which is what us as humans have shut off because of our food industry, because of our medicines, because of the atmosphere we're in, because of the toxic products that we no longer take because we're in Shackley. But we have to remember that, why do I keep freezing? I got to restart my computer, y'all. But okay, I'm back because that face was really scary looking. With the GLP-1 support, it's really, really important for you to know what else is in this product. So, I'm stopping my video because I feel like my computer's going to start to get slow. I apologize, Sarah. I'm like spinning over here, so hopefully it still works.
You're okay. We can
Okay, you can
we
still
can
hear
hear
me.
you.
That's all
Yep.
that matters. Okay,
Yep,
cool.
perfect.
So it's really important for you guys to know there's bioactive fiber in this. So people are going to get fuller faster instantly. This is important for you to know. Now, they have to chug the drink quick because if there's bioactive fiber in Curb and you let a drink sit there, this is a powder you mix with water, shake it up, drink it down, bada boom, bada bang, drink more water to follow it down. If you let it sit there, it's going to get clumpy and cement-like. That's part of the process. We want people to be fuller faster so they stop eating at a quicker rate. Then what happens is after about 30 days of consistently loading this product in your system, if you guys haven't figured it out yet, it is really important to consistently take something over time. Just like consistently go to the gym and not just one day a week and then skip 4 weeks and come back. So Curb's got to be loaded in your system just like BioCell. About 30 days in, your GLP-1 productions start to increase. It starts to stabilize your insulin and blood sugar levels to normal range. And then after about 3 months, 90 days, there's something called acromantia. And if you guys look this up, put it in ChatGPT, have fun with it. It is a natural skinny gut bacteria. And skinny gut bacteria literally means your body's going to start to fight fat faster and start to control the gut brain axis of cravings. Guys, this product is so good that the first time I started taking it, within 3 days, I no longer was quit craving sweets. And I am like, give me a cookie. No, I need the whole pan. This is an unbelievable product. And listen, pair it with trim, pair it with BioCell, pair it with Vivix. I mean, y'all are all going to hit 10,000 in your pot overnight with 40% commission because this is just the game changer. Then give them a life shake with more GL1P support, GLP-1 support. I mean, we have all of these packages that I know Sarah and Emily and Jen, all of us are going to start thinking about pairing it together to show you guys how we can sell bigger packs. So, I want to give you some talking tracks because I've been on here for a minute with y'all. First things first, if you like what you just heard, please go order it. We already know that it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And I want you guys to start documenting that you're so excited that new clinical products were just acquired or evolved, whatever you want to say on your social. But you've got to start a storyline. You've got, just like if you got engaged, right? Or just like if you were pregnant, or just like if you were going on a huge trip to Europe, you'd be like, trip to Europe in 3 weeks, help me pack. This is what I'm buying. This is how I'm packing one suitcase. You have to start taking people through a story. And you know what's really fun to do? When you ask people to do the story with you, try, compare, and feedback. So before you read my scripts, I want you guys to hear me out for a second. If you were going to open up a bakery in the middle of your town and you're like, well, I've never owned a bakery. I've never made really bread for anyone except for my family. I've never even made coffee for other people. Wouldn't you ask people you love, respect, and care about, or past clients to come in and try your bread, compare it to the bakery down the street they're used to shopping from, and give you honest feedback? Put it in the chat if you would do that. If you were going to open up a new business or a new product line, wouldn't you ask people you loved, respected, and cared about to try the product with you, compare it to what they're used to using, and give you honest feedback? So let's pause here for a second. And you know what, guys? Take a picture of the screen so you can then hear me. Everyone just take a picture of the screen, and I'm going to give you another example after this. And of course, this is being recorded. But I want you guys to ask yourself, who already in your business, who already in your business is on powder collagen? Why am I freezing so much, y'all? Who's on the powder collagen? Who's never purchased the powder collagen? Maybe you're brand new right now, or maybe you've really never pressed go with Shackley, and you're like, oh my goodness, Sam, I know so many people in my life that complain about feeling aches and pains, hair loss. Maybe their grandma, grandfather, maybe they just had a baby, maybe they're trying to have babies. You see how there's a laundry list of people who wants to stay younger longer, who wants to age backwards. I'm like, you're probably gonna go scroll through your phone and be like, her, him, everybody who wants to tighten up and tone up a little bit. Who maybe was thinking about buying a GLP-1 product, like an injection, but they're scared of the side effects. Or who do you know that's been on a product that are having bad side effects? Who do you know that's lost so much muscle tone from being on one of those products and just needs help building back up their cells and their strength again? Why don't we ask people to come try a product with us, compare it to maybe the powder they're used to using, right? Or how they're used to feeling, and give us honest feedback. And so I'm going to share my screen one more time with you to go through the examples, and then I'm going to close up this call because we've been here for an hour. And so I just want you guys to know there's always 3 ways, and I know you've been trained by the best, right? Like we literally have the best of the best in Shackley, and it's just going to get better. We have the best leaders now. I mean, been here with like over 100 years of experience at this point. But I want you guys to know to always reconnect with the person on your list and be a human first. I think that's really important because you're going to get off this phone. I see a couple of you already doing Instagram stories as I'm watching you in the videos right now, getting ready to fire this out. Y'all need to slow down for a second and remember, we get excited and sometimes we say a little bit too much too fast and we forget to be a human first. The second part is, why are you reaching out to them? And this is really important, guys, Because a lot of times we try to beat around the bush instead of just tell them, hey, I'm reaching out because I have this really cool opportunity that came across my desk and I thought of you. You know, Sarah, you have such great hair and you're always glowing in your pictures with your babies. And I just know you live in Southern California and it's the mecca of staying young, looking young, feeling young. I have this really awesome clinical product that came across my desk. I'm part of this mass market expansion. And I'd really love if you would be open to try the product with me and just give me honest feedback. Because one, you're my best friend. And two, I just really care what you think. The third part is invite them to see more. So end with a question. This is something we forget. We get excited, we reconnect, we say why we're reaching out, and then we just leave it open ended. Don't do that. You guys have got to ask, hey, I'd love for you to try it with me. Provide your honest feedback. Shoot me straight. Let me know your thoughts. I have a discount available for you too. Here's another example, a little bit more intentional, right? So again, just connect. Hey X, I hope you're doing well. I'd love to catch up soon about X, Y, and Z or get a date on the book, double date on the book. But I'm reaching out because I've been asked to help with the expansion of a multi-patented liquid collagen. Each one of you were invited on this call by Sarah. That is not a lie. You guys are being asked in this moment today on June 2nd, 2025, to help with the mass market expansion of a clinical or multi-patented liquid collagen. There's been an acquisition. You are part of a business acquisition. This is awesome. And you thought of this person because, insert the compliments, people don't care how much you know, they care how much you care. Care about the person, compliment them. Here's why I do this. What's in it for the person? Why would Sarah want to take this product? Well, Sarah, you're in Southern California. You already take such good care of yourself. You're the skincare guru of topical lines. I'd really love to see how it changes for you from the inside out and even helps your makes your skin even better. Like, could that even be true? I don't know. I would love your feedback. Hey, listen, I say this because I'm a physician. I have a bunch of corporate discounts that they gave me. Would you be open to trying it with me? Guys, the corporate discount is the 15% off and free shipping. It's the 15% off and free shipping. You have to remember, you don't have to say if the lingo is weird to outside sources, like a membership or an ambassador, right? Don't say those things. Just say, hey, I can get us 15% off and free shipping, girl. Would you like to try it with me? And then all the other things can be worked out once they're ready to press go with the order. So I wanted to end on the hour. I know that was a lot. Thank God that Sarah recorded this. You can go back and hear my Jersey fast talk. I apologize for my freezing of my computer. It's clearly telling me I need to do an upgrade, upload, whatever. Thank you, Sarah, for having me tonight. Guys, thank you for allowing me to be a part of Shackley, a part of this team. I'm just so excited to grow with everyone and just know that I really am here for each one of you. So if you ever need anything, reach out and I'll be the nerd in your back corner. And by the way, you now partnered with a doctor, so you can use me as credibility. I partnered with Dr. Sam, Southern California, anti-aging. Let's do this. Okay, I'll pass it back to you, Sarah.
Sam, you are a rock star. And I just have to say, friends, who is so excited? Raise your hand now that we're on the screen about the opportunity that just opened the door to all of us. I'm like, why did I not know about all of this sooner? Who's filled their cart already with all the things? So excited. Listen, we have to take our before and afters. We have to skin, hair, bodies, like to that nothing sells more, right? Nothing sells more than our own testimony, our own story. This is such a powerful opportunity. I mean, truly, it's incredible. So a few things, a few takeaways, a few calls to action here. And by the way, the opportunity to partner, as Dr. Sam was talking about, how they've built these big businesses is partnering with other professionals, med spas, salons, doctors, dermatologists, chiropractors, etc. I mean, I saw just countless stories in the chat. And by the way, to our Modere friends, when you get in the One Team Shackley page, please, we invite you to post and share tips. We invite you, like truly, we would love that. If you can share tips and stories with us, we would love it, especially as we're learning this month. So truly in the One Team Shackley page, let's just start to really use that as a space and place to share assets, ideas. We're going to be students of the thing. Listen, where I can come in and be like, let me teach you how to sell some skincare. Like, let me help you with that. But like, this is where we get better together. So a few takeaways for y'all. I saw a couple questions. Where's the replay going to be posted? It's in the One Team Shackley page. If you're not there, join. We took the word Shackley off because we realized it was like searchable, and then a bunch of random people were joining and they weren't even necessarily ambassadors. We want to make sure it's a place just for our team so it doesn't become noisy. So please, if you have not been approved to that page, answer the 3 questions. Are you an ambassador, your ID, and who your upline leader is, your master coordinator. The list is there. If you're not sure, just like reach out to your ambassador and be like, who is it? Like, it's one of us here. Okay. Go ahead and answer that. And we're going to add you to the group. The replay is going to be there. Make sure your team watches this. This is the best way that we can lead, is by starting first with like these hero products. What is the science? How do I sell them? Okay. And then the second thing is, Santa's so awesome. She said she's going to give us some assets. So like some before and afters and things like that that are going to help us to sell. So what I'm going to do is reach out to her. Please give us like 24 to 48 hours to turn it around and figure out the best way we want to house that in the team page. Okay. So please just give us like a day or two to turn all of that around. But how gracious and how generous. Somebody brand new to the business who didn't have to share all of the things that she just shared, especially being so busy. Her brother just got engaged and all of the things going on, I think, yesterday. So will you guys do me a great favor, is just give a huge thank you in the chat. I mean, this is so amazing that we were able to get this information. And we'll get the replay. We're going to get all the assets to you. Make sure your team watches it. Next week, you're going to get to hear from another Modera leader who's going to share with you a little bit about some nutrition, which I'm so excited, and a system that is really working well for their people. So we're going to be students up until convention, which is fun. And then who will I see at convention? Live or virtual? Raise your hand. Hopefully everybody. You got to get a virtual pass if you're not going. Because remember, it's the only way you get early access to the new product. You're like, wait, that is new product. We have more. Okay. This is so exciting. You get early access via special product packages and pricing. So I want you to think about it. It's like what you're going to save on that. It's worth getting the virtual pass. But then also there's an incentive running post convention. The only way you participate is by having your virtual or convention pass. So please be sure, if you have not yet registered, that you register and you watch it. Okay, guys, this was phenomenal. First step, go order yours, add to cart. Okay. Get your before picture taken. I recommend hair back in front of natural lighting. We're going to see the face. If you have a shot for hair, you can do that as well. Make sure you take the body photos as well so you can get pictures of how your body composition is changing. Okay. That's going to be how you sell this stuff. And again, let's share our experiences, stories, best practices. If you are a part, ooh, Dr. Sam, I like that. Did you see that in the chat? Unboxing, do a big unboxing. I love this. Come on, this is so exciting. Okay.
I would even
Invite
get off
them.
this call and do like a quick picture of like a mug going to bed tonight and just like, so excited. Something I've been praying about just landed at my feet. Stay tuned. I just ordered it. It's in the mail soon. And so like people can start to like look at the curiosity situation happening, get people back in. I think it's important, if you guys have been in this industry for a while or in Shackley for a while, like you guys don't have to start a new company to be cool again. You just have to keep pivoting your story, right? And bring something exciting. When you're excited, other people are excited. So, get those before pictures, invite people to join you on the case study, the try, compare feedback. Like Julie, I see her over there. She's like, yes, she's excited to go. Like, take a picture, put it online, and say, going to bed super grateful tonight. Something I've been praying about is here. A new clinical line I can't wait to share with you guys soon. I'm so excited. And that's what's going to get people in your inbox. So,
Sam, I have a quick favor to ask of you too. A couple people asked about burn. Will you post something in the page to tell us just a little bit about it as well?
yeah, so burn just really quickly, and I definitely will, but I'll give it to you after too. Burn is a natural thermogenic. So a thermogenic means it's a natural metabolizer that's going to speed up your metabolism with oolong tea extract. So it's like It's like a cup of tea or a smaller cup of coffee, right? It's very similar to our metabolic boost, I would say. It increases your energy and it also is going to burn up an extra 200 calories roughly a day. People can do one capsule or three capsules. For me, I'm caffeine sensitive, so I do one in the morning and it just kind of keeps my cravings down, my blood sugar even. So again, that with Curb, I mean, guys, we could be on here till
I
tomorrow.
know.
Really
Listen, so
good.
the recommendation really is if you're on the metabolic boost, you love it, stay on it because it's either or. Don't do both, okay? Either or, do one or the other with that. If you're loving metabolic boost, stay there. If you haven't started one yet, then give it a try. Okay.
Yeah,
We could be here all day. And listen,
we could.
if you want
We will again
Dr.
later.
Sam in your pocket, here's the good news. She's now a part of One Team Shackley, brand new presidential master coordinator. So we're going to hear a lot from her incredible team. Sam, thank you so much for your wisdom and all you shared. A big congratulations to you and your team on your amazing promotion. It's an incredible milestone. I know more to come. For those of you who are a part of Modere, you've joined us no matter what team you're a part of. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. And guys, let's go do the thing. All right, friends, have a great one. Thank you so much. Thanks, Dr. Sam. Bye, everybody.